Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's your boy Level Head back with another Live and Level Gamers podcast, where gamers and casual gamers come to talk. We have my boy Keith Norris in these internet streets. K-Bum 20 is about to pop in. He's talking to me, communicating. He's like, "Are we on?" I'm like, "Yeah, we on. It's live. It's Thursday night. You know what we do. We didn't cancel nothing, K-Bum." But anyway, we're going to be talking a few things tonight. I didn't have no particular direction for this particular podcast. Not a lot of news, but we're going to pick up on that conversation about the iPhone 15 and do we see this hybrid council thing becoming the norm? Hold up. And so we're going to talk about that. You said what? What'd you say? Oh, okay. My daughter was talking to me. I think my mother is upstairs. What's up, Mr. K-Bum 20? Welcome to the show. Man, go ahead and take over, K-Bum or Keith. I'm going to run upstairs real quick.
Well,
my bad. I was drinking some water.
I guess I'll go ahead and take over. I just came on the mic. Okay. What's good with you, Keith, man? How you been doing, bro?
Man, I've been all right. Finally got my car into the shop.
For sure.
From that deer.
From that deer? Hit a deer?
I ain't tell you I hit a deer?
I don't remember that, bro.
I don't know if I didn't. Yeah, I hit a deer, man. That mug went flying.
Oh, my Lord.
And the crazy thing is, like, he jumped out the bushes. And he was coming from the right side. And I saw him, I was like, oh, shoot. And I tried to slow down and swerve so I wouldn't hit him. I ended up hitting him. He went flying and went back to the right side. I was like, bruh, you could have saved me some car troubles.
Oh, Lord. I do not remember you telling me about hitting the deer. Because if I heard, man.
Yeah, we are here.
Make the conversation.
He came in.
What y'all hit? What you hit, Keith? What did you hit?
He hit a deer.
You want to hit a deer so we going to have some deer sausage?
Oh, man. He probably did die at one point.
You didn't haul it on top of the truck and bring it on in, have it gutted and butchered and sauteed up. What you ran off? Oh, he ran off. So you didn't kill the deer.
I was trying to avoid him.
So welcome to the show. I got a lot going on in my house right now. My mother just came over. Mother Leveled Head is here, and she's somewhat a gamer when she wants to be. But she's upstairs. Yeah, she playing now. She'll jump on Mario Kart and crash for half the track. But hey, she tries. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go up there and turn the alarm off because my girls is upstairs. My wife is out, so I put the alarm on so I can know if somebody come through that door. My alarm is going to talk to me. So anyway, but welcome to the show. Y'all see me breathing hard, running up and down them steps. Your boy is not that young buck like he used to be. Anyway, welcome to the show. K-Bum, you in this place? You in here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you asked me to take over. That's exactly what I did.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure, man. You was late, K-Bum, late.
I didn't get any of the messages, so I apologize. I didn't see anything. I text y'all, and then you told me you was on. I was like, oh, I guess I done missed it all.
You ain't missed that. So, like I said, tonight is kind of going to be a rehash of some of the topics from last week. We're going to talk about that iPhone 15, and we want to see what Keith had to say about, gaming coming to mobile in almost like a regular home console way, like serious gaming coming to iPhone, and we want to kind of see and explore where this may go. Has Nintendo and devices like the Steam Deck and a few other devices out there, and a few even before Nintendo's Switch, have they created a lane that may end up being a permanent stay? We also want to talk about the PlayStation Portable sold out. I don't know if you saw that, K-Bum. Yeah, it's sold out. I know it's sold out in Japan. So
Yeah, I did hear it sold out in Japan, which I was semi expecting because if any place is going to sell well, it would be Japan. So
yeah,
it's not crazy to me to believe that. But if it's sold out in America, then that would be a wow moment.
is
If
it
that was the case.
pre-order in America?
I
Can you?
think I believe they have pre-order in America, but I'm not sure on how it's selling.
Okay. We're going to talk about has CD Projekt Red redeemed himself with this latest entry of Cyberpunk. What else we going to talk about, Keith? There's a few other topics. So we're going to
spoilers. We gotta
Oh
talk about
yes, the
spoilers.
spoilers ruin games for you. So we got two people in here. We got D2K in the building. What's up, D2K? Welcome. We also got Miss Nia, aka the video game her. Welcome to the Shizzo. If you in this piece, go ahead and let us know you're here. They say hey and yo. This is the Live and Level Games podcast. As always, we are here to entertain and conversate with you. And we always got
But we got Smash Bros though.
K-Bum. You got that? Do you got Smash Bros for real, K-Bum? Or was you just saying something? You got Smash Bros?
I played Smash Bros. I want to say I have Smash Bros, but
Now, so since we got the whole crew, there was something that I watched on this weekend that want to talk about. That kind of I enjoyed it, but I was disappointed at the exact same time. So I got a chance to finally see the new Ninja Turtles.
Man, okay. I figured you was gonna say that.
And I also watched Transformers, but we'll talk about Transformers another day. K-Bum, have you seen either of these things? I see Keith has. Have you seen it, K-Bum?
I do not have kids, so that answer is no.
K-Bum, you was a
whoa,
kid.
whoa.
This has nothing to do with
I'm
having kids. It's
I'm
going
not
back to that
saying-
nostalgic place.
I'm not saying that you have to have kids. What
Okay.
I'm saying that sometimes that is the driving factor to go see movies like this is children.
Not Ninja Turtles. Not Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is getting seen any and every time it comes.
I did not go.
Okay.
I did
No,
not
I didn't go to the theater.
My mom went and saw it. I thought that was pretty cool.
See your mom.
Oh, Mom K-Bomb gets it in. She's a diehard Marvel fan. She's all of the releases. She's a diehard movie person. She goes to see movies without me because she likes to do her own. That's why I even told you back day why Spider-Man is so influenced in my life, because that's when me and my mom would spend Mother's Day going to see Spider-Man. So anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, so Keith, you've seen it, right? You don't have to have kids. If you're a Ninja Turtle fan, you're gonna watch Ninja Turtle play Ninja Turtle. So anyway, Ninja Turtles, what is it called? Out of the Sewers or something like that?
Man,
I don't think that's the name.
Don't make no more. That's what it's called. Don't make.
Now, okay, so wait a minute, Keith, y'all. This is not a movie show, but wait a minute, Keith.
Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem. It was a mayhem for sure. Now, okay, so artistically, I enjoyed it. I thought the art was dope. The combat was dope. The storyline wasn't bad, but there was key elements for your boy that ruined the movie landing, so to speak. I want to see another one. Because of the end plot. I don't know if you stayed to the end, Keith, to see what happened. Who's coming? I'm not going to say who, but did you watch that part?
Oh, was it like an after credit scene?
I don't know if it's an after credit scene or just a reveal at the end of a new problem that the Turtles are going to have to face in the next entry.
Oh no, but I I was gone when it was done.
So anyway.
Mm,
So now
show's over.
okay, so here's the problem I had. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I am gonna. They did change some things that I feel like I need to discuss here with my crew. If y'all don't mind, Ninja Turtles is a video game. It got to me, Ninja Turtles made its fame in cartoons and video games. So it's very, very relevant to this podcast. So they made some alterations that I just have problems with.
It was originally created. This is my D2K moment.
It was originally created.
It was originally created to
comic.
sell toys.
That
toys
was He-Man, wasn't it?
books.
I thought that was He-Man.
Yeah, it was a comic coming out, and so they toys, so they wanted to sell it, and so they created the cartoon because they wanted to sell. Transformers was also created to sell toys. That's the only reason why we got Transformers was because Mattel wanted to sell toys. I don't know the story behind He-Man.
I'm telling you, that's the case with He-Man. He-Man started out. He-Man started out as a toy, and they created a comic like storyline with it, and then they turned it into a cartoon. So He-Man started the same.
Marvel helped write the Transformers. If you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
That's a whole different story.
Right.
Marvel named a lot of characters, but anyway.
All right, so let me get this out. Do y'all want to do what you've been gaming on? Because I may take a while on this. You do? Okay,
I think I need to this time.
Okay, so let me hurry up. So
take your time.
My issue here with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is they mayhameth they mayhem the origin stories of characters. They just jack stuff up. And one they altered was Splinter. I didn't think they needed to alter his story. You know, Splinter was a pet of, was it Amato Yoshi? How you say his name? Is that how you say his name?
I'm gonna say you're right.
I think so. I'm hoping I'm not confusing his name with Shredder, but I think it's Hamato Yoshi. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, I got cleared. I know D2K knows. Just let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. Tell me the right person for Splinter's master. Now you know Splinter got like 2 different origins. You got the cartoon origin, then you have the movie origin. Now in the movie, he was a pet. In the cartoon, he was Hamato Yoshi who changed. Now I like the cartoon version where he was Hamato Yoshi who got mixed up in the ooze, getting the turtles, and in a rat, and he turned into a man rat, and the turtles turned into a man turtle. That's the cartoon. I think that's the best story. In the movie, he was the pet of Hamato Yoshi, and the turtles. He found the turtles, and they grew up from the secret of the ooze. All right, now in this movie, Mayhem, he is a rat who was in the sewers when a character who created the ooze dropped the ooze into the sewers, and the turtles was there, and the rat was there, and he turned into a man rat. They turned.
But then how does he know kung fu?
That's the problem. So how he learns kung fu is watching movies. Lord Jesus. Why?
That's not my issue. That's not my issue.
That's my first issue.
My first issue is how does he have an accent? Where did he get his accent?
He's Jackie Chan.
He's Jackie Chan, and I get it. But why? He grew up in New York. He's a New York rat.
Because it was allowed in the budget.
Man, but here's the thing, Keith, K-Bum and Keith. Like you said, Keith, I didn't even, that part, I'm going to be honest with you. Until you said it right here, that part didn't even dawn on me that he had an Asiatic accent. And he's a rat from Brooklyn, New York. But that's just the issue. everything about the origin of the story would make sense if you would just add that element. But that's light. That's light. Donatello and Michelangelo. Some kind of way, they miscast the voices for these characters. Donatello acts and sounds like Michelangelo. Michelangelo acts and sounds like Donatello. And I'm saying, like, this is confusing because when you think it's Mike, it's Donatello talking. And then when you think it's Donatello, it's Michelangelo talking. And I'm like, did y'all not realize these characters? That's Michelangelo's character. He's bubbly, he's goofy, he's fun, he's party guy, he's the youngest of the group. Why y'all give Donatello his voice and let Donatello be the wisecracker of the group when that's not who he is? And you give Michelangelo the calm and collected, which that's not who he is. Now, I'm a Michelangelo fan. So they screwed that up. Then they screwed up Baxter Stockman. Oh my God. I was like,
I don't know what that was about.
Man, they screwed this. All these things made a good movie unbearable. It wasn't bad. It was just, you could not justify this stuff. As a childhood Ninja Turtle loving fanatic, I am a Ninja Turtle fanatic. You are messing with tried and true, proven concepts. You don't have to change it. And you changing it for what?
You sound super old right now.
I do, but man,
no, I'm just saying you can't change the formula. You have to do it the way I remembered it.
I'm gonna shut up about it. It's a good bad movie.
I'm gonna say this.
It's a good bad movie.
The whole accent aside, I don't really have a problem with them wanting to go in their own direction. I just don't think it was a good movie. And this is how I knew it was going downhill. My 7-year-old, we were all watching together. My 7-year-old got up, started walking toward this room. I said, whoa, where are you going? Don't be watching the movie together. He said, I'm good. And walked.
Dude, I don't blame him. I'm good. My daughters are fanatics when it comes to Ninja Turtles. So they watched the one on Nickelodeon. They there for some of the changes, and they not as rooted as I would say me and you, Keith, are. Baxter Stockman's that's what broke me. They made Baxter Stockman. Ice Cube plays Baxter Stockman. And he does a great job. He's not bad. He doesn't do a bad job.
Trailer, I thought that was the cool part, was hearing Cube.
It just didn't work. It don't work. It doesn't work because of how the origin of Baxter Stockman and what they did. It didn't work.
Actually, I'm going to get on my nerdy nerd. Ice Cube did not play Baxter Stockman. It was actually the guy from Breaking Bad. He played Superfly.
Yeah. I don't want to reveal too much.
Oh my goodness!
You got to figure out. You got to watch the movie. He is what we call Baxter Stockman. That's who he is. But like Keith said, there's a twist to it. He's Superfly, and you had to figure out why that is on your own. Like I say, it's a good movie, but it's bad for all the reasons I'm saying, and that may kill it for you. If they would have had all that, left that all right, I think the movie would have been all right. But they just changed up too much. Matter of fact, dude, it's even with Rocksteady and Bebop, like how that was just bad. It was anyway. So go out and watch Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
It's got a critically acclaimed rating. It's 96%.
The art was there, bro. The art is there. It was fun in parts. I can't front. Just as a purist of the Turtles, like knowing these characters like I do, April wasn't bad to me. I didn't mind them changing April. And I normally wouldn't be like that. She a white girl, keep her a white girl. But it didn't bother me. They changed it. But some of the other alterations was just bad. Anyway, so That kind of broke the ice. 20 minutes of Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I hope y'all enjoyed that. So we're going to get into this what you been gaming on. I haven't been gaming on much, so I'll be quick. So let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey.
What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on.
All right, I'm going to get mine on out the way. So your boy been playing on a little Kirby. I told y'all I was going to pick up Kirby and put it back in there and give it a try. And I did today. Beat a few stages, or a stage. I didn't beat a few stages. A stage. And it's better than 3D Bowser's Fury. I say that for right now. I haven't made it far. I actually pick it up where my daughters were at. So I may need to start over from the beginning and play up through and get my own take. But it was cool. I'm enjoying that. And I plan on jumping back on that Horizon Forbidden West. I'm just had to kick my son out my man cave to get my man cave back. Once I do that, then that'll be back on. Who was this to say? AB James, welcome to the show, man. Says Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Okay, about to dominate software sales in 15 days. I'm with you on that. All right, so that's what I've been gaming on. I guess I'm going to throw it to, you want to go K-Bum or Keith? Who want to go? Go ahead, Keith.
Get back on my nerdy. I've been gaming, guys. Check this out. But a PS5.
That stage acting got you for real acting now. Go ahead.
He is an actor.
I am an actor. Unseen. So I was talking to the fellas in the group chat, and I said I was going to buy a PlayStation 5 controller. DS5 is the DualSense 5 is the correct terminology. So I did. I bought me a DualSense 5 to go with my PC. I've been rocking with my Xbox One controller. I don't even have the Xbox Series S. So I bought that, and I wanted to play a little game that complements the DualSense 5. I went ahead and completed Uncharted 4.
Hey, now.
I went ahead and completed that. That was a really good, thrilling ride, I'll have to say, playing that game at pretty much max settings, playing it the way it was meant to.
Speak on it, Keith. What'd you put it on?
The way it was meant to be played, you know what I'm saying?
The 4Ks,
you know what I'm saying? 4K, HDR. No. But no, it was good. I had to, I've really only played through The Last of Us 1 and 2 from Naughty Dog. I don't really play anything else, and I have to say they did a really good job with that game. And I just started Lost Legacy, but I didn't complete it because another game came out that I still haven't actually even played. But I'm gonna get into that in just a second. But I will say I did start Lost Legacy, and I have to say that is a brilliant, beautiful opening to a game. Lost Legacy, is it Lost Legacy? That's the one, right? The girls?
Yes.
Okay. That is a beautiful way to open the game. Just walking through that city is dirty and things are happening in the background, and she almost got caught, and I was like, wow. And I remember seeing that in the one of those PlayStation conferences, but I didn't, put two and two together, and I was like, whoa, okay. That was nice. But I haven't played much to the point where I'm close to completing it.
It's good.
So
it's just it makes me dizzy when I play it on the PlayStation. I think I was playing on the PlayStation 4. I may need to try it on the 5, but I was getting motion sickness like I did with 3 with that one. Go ahead.
You probably should play it on PC. The way it's meant to be played, 4K. So, so CD Project Red, and they don't came out with Phantom Liberty, and I haven't played it. I restarted.
Really?
No, I haven't played it. Y'all thought I was going to talk about it? Nope. I downloaded 2.0. Cyberpunk
Okay.
2077. I downloaded 2.0. Brilliant, beautiful. I think I talked about that the last time I was on.
Nice.
But I restarted my character, and I'm doing things. I'm trying to become like a net runner. I'm trying to do things a little bit more behind the scenes, and trying to build my character in that direction, making more choices to kind of line up with that type of character. Because I like making those dudes overheat and short circuit them. And then I think I just got another one. I can't remember what it was because I haven't played much lately this week. But it's a great game, and I can't wait to finally get into. Is it Dog City or Dog something? I can't remember.
Dogtown.
Dogtown, yes, sir, Dogtown. I can't wait to get into Dogtown and actually play around in that. But is there anything else I've been playing on? I deleted Starfield.
Ooh.
I had to admit it to myself. I couldn't do it.
It ain't it.
It ain't it, man. I had to delete Starfield. I was like, nah, this ain't it, man. Y'all, y'all lying to the people.
They
Shots,
lied. You can't
shots,
even,
shots
bro.
fired. All right, last game. One more game
Oh,
that I've been playing on my DualSense 5. I had to go back. K-Bone and Level, they finna be talking about it, and I didn't play the first one. Well, I got the first one, but it was deleted. My save file was deleted, so I had to go back and get that Spider-Man. I went back and got Spider-Man Remastered. I've been playing through that, and I must say it's beautiful on the PC. But I understand exactly what them people were talking about with those Mary Jane stages. They're not that
worst.
long,
They're the worst.
but they bring the gameplay to a halt, and I'm
To a
like, oh,
screeching halt, bro.
I was like, yo, can I hurry up and get through this? I
It's
need
the
to hurry up and
worst.
get through this. But I know y'all gonna be on that too in a few in what 2 weeks.
Something
So
like that.
yeah, that's what I've been gaming on. Probably playing on some other stuff, but just nothing worthy to talking about. But yeah, man, we back in the gaming business, man. I got energy tonight. We good. My nap was good.
Well, but just keep it letting y'all know he fell asleep last week. Come on through, K-Bum. No, that's what's up. I am interested in your thoughts on that Cyberpunk, because the new stuff, and when you said you don't have to play through the original storyline to play Phantom Liberty, I've been considering it for real talk. So
I think you should, man. I know we're gonna talk about it a little later, but CD Projekt Red is doing a lot of great stuff with that IP. And I don't know if you've seen the anime. What is it? Is it called Netrunners?
Yes, it's all net runners.
Yeah. Cyberpunk, yeah, it's called, yeah. So I think if you hadn't seen it, well, it ain't kid friendly, so don't watch it with your girls. But I think if you watch that, you might get motivated to play it. It's a really good game, man. It's a really good game.
okay, K-Bum 20, go ahead, bruh.
Yeah, Key. I was also I was a net runner my first playthrough. So
Nice.
I would before I even start the fight, I was going there and take some cats out with the overload, make the stuff blow up, make them start shooting each other, and then I go in there and start wrecking havoc while my stuff is on cooldown mode. So yeah, I was a net runner. That was
It's
kind of
fun.
my for sure. So yeah, so what I've been gaming on. Let's get to it. So we can get into these topics. What I've been gaming on. So FIFA. Well, it's no longer called FIFA. It is now called EA Sports Football Club 24. It's the new title because they lost the FIFA name. Well, sorry, they didn't want to pay the money to keep the FIFA name. There we go. So I've actually been playing a little bit of that this week, along with some of the usuals, which is NBA 2K24, which dropped last. Well, I can say last month now because this is October. So last month, and then still trying to finish off the season of Overwatch. I just made it to max level for the season pass. So I just made to level 80. So I got all my cosmetics for that. And then that's pretty much it. Just I haven't played Madden this year. really, because I don't like the AI on the highest level. They don't have it. It's not configured to play real football. It plays Madden football, which means it cheats. It knows the plays you're going to run. It does stuff that normal NFL people wouldn't do, and so I haven't took the time to mess around with the settings to get it to play just right, right. So I'm still working on that, but in the meanwhile, playing FIFA, NBA 2K, and Overwatch. So that's what I've been gaming on. I don't need to get into too much detail. I am also excited about the Cyberpunk piece. But after I get away from a game too long, especially single player, it's kind of hard for me to jump back in it. So I don't know if I will be jumping back into the world of what's the name of the Night City. I don't think I'll be jumping back into Night City anytime soon. There's definitely some other games on my radar that I want to give an opportunity. I still haven't finished Last of Us 2. That is still on the radar to be picked back up. So I still got some games to play. So it'll be a minute.
Okay. Okay. Now, I think I may have missed something you said, Keith. You said you deleted Starfield.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to do something on my phone when you was talking on that part, and I missed it. I'm reading these comments. Okay, you deleted it because you don't like it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. I'm not even gonna lie to myself. It's something I probably could pick up later on down the line, but I don't have no desire to actually play it. Wow. It wasn't nothing that was like really just grabbing me. Wow. I didn't really care about the
Microsoft takes another L. My God.
Bro,
okay.
Man.
I thought you said, I didn't catch, you said delete. I didn't hear delete. So I'm reading the comments. I'm like, why everybody saying I got to get at this and you dropped? I'm like, keeping me. I'm looking at Nia. Welcome to the show, DJ Fanatic, a.k.a. First Day Basis. Welcome to the show. So, okay. And K-Bum, you said Madden. What game was you playing again? Madden FIFA.
EA Sports Football Club 24.
Yeah. I wanted to add something to
that. And then 2K 24, and then Overwatch is kind of the third game I've been spending most of the time.
I apologize, y'all. I was trying to get stuff set up, and my phone was just acting doof for whatever reason. Hold up. See, that's what I'm talking about. This thing's still acting good. Koofy. Go ahead. Yeah, so my phone wasn't connected with my account and wouldn't open it up, so I was trying to figure out what's going on. So, with the FIFA, with the EA, what is it called now? What is
Football
it called? Football Club. Trash name. 24. Now that it is full featured on the Switch, it's selling better. Did you catch that information?
No one, as I stated before, no one should have bought the previous version.
K-Bum, we not going there. We know this, but I'm not gonna let you rain on the reality that if you put the full game on there, it will sell.
if you see, I think I agree, but what happened to FIFA is a tragedy because that was not a previous generation game. That was a two-time previous generation game with barely any improvement. They didn't even try. People were like, you know what? I'll spend $60. I'll spend $50. No, you dummy. You shouldn't be buying the game on sale. What is wrong with you?
You might well go get Mario Strikers. But anyway,
bro, go
it's doing better.
If they give it to you, give it back.
Right, it's doing better now that EA has decided to actually treat Switch fans with respect and dignity.
Like human beings.
Like gamers. It's selling better. But anyway, so let's get into this first topic. Now, Keith wasn't here last week when me and K-Bum talked about this, so I kind of wanted to pivot back to that topic because I wanted to catch some of Keith's ideas because I'm intrigued about the new iPhone 15 Pro the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro, and this new aspect of being a legit gaming device. Now, Keith, I don't know if you watched all the videos that K-Bum was sharing last week. Are you familiar with what Apple is trying to do with their latest iPhone?
Apple.
I'm actually watching. I'm actually watching it now.
You must have Android the way you said that.
Yeah, I got Android too. I ain't
Pixel to be exact.
So they showing some legit quality looking stuff, and I'm curious what you feel about it, and what do you think this says about where the market is, and what does it say about the future of gaming? Go ahead.
So I'm looking at these videos now, and I'm looking at specifically this Resident Evil 4.
I'm about to pull it up.
Okay. But I'm looking at the Resident Evil 4, and I'm looking at how is this the actual game running on the
I believe so. They ran it for a demo, so I believe it's the actual game.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. What does it say about gaming? I mean, I don't think it says anything about gaming. I think it says more about the technology and how far we've come.
Well, thank you, Keith.
That these mobile devices are capable of doing these things. Switch where you at. These devices are able to run games like this. I think this is a marvel. Like, this is incredible. If since this is running on the iPhone 15, and I just think that, like, with the way we can now stream things to our TVs, not like streaming networks and anything like that, but like the way we can like stream things to our TV, like Google does it with their, what is it called? Google Cast or whatever, and then you got AirDrop. Like, if you wanted to take it from your phone, everything is already built in. You look at the Switch and you think about how, I got the Switch in my hand, I could take it from handheld, then I put it in another device to make it go to my TV. Well, with our mobile phones, these cell phones, smartphones rather, have been able to do that for a very long time, easily. You know what I mean?
Well, they showed a guy with a cooling system on their iPhone and a USB-C cable to a projector. So he was playing on what would be considered a big screen TV via his iPhone.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
With the USB-C.
I'm showing it now. He's hooking his phone up to the TV, or it looked like his Apple computer screen. He's I guess syncing it to the TV, and he's about to play it. But go ahead, K-Ball. My bad, I interrupt you.
No, that was it. I'm saying that it's setting up like I guess that would be the Switch's version of docking, right? It's very similar to that, and then what the quality that's going to be produced in that type of setup. So I was just cueing that with Keith's conversation, but I'll let him continue.
Go ahead, Keith.
But the only pushback and the only thing I've always felt about stuff like this is, to me, I still look at mobile gaming, even though this is like incredible quality, I still view mobile gaming as something that I'm doing at the doctor's office or I'm doing at the dentist's office, waiting for something to do. I still don't see it as a viable platform. Like, I can't imagine taking my mobile device and sliding it under my TV and playing games, missing phone calls, or but it's a lot better than scrolling on YouTube, But I believe in the technology. I believe that we finally have arrived to this point, and I think this is incredible, and it's natural that Apple will be the first people to really try to do it with their phone, right? So I think this is great. I don't think it's something that I would like look into, but I'm glad it's an option. I'm glad it's available, and I'm glad that we have arrived here technologically, and I can't wait to see what else we could do, because like this is going to make even the big boys, the big consoles, the PS5s and the Series X's or whatever Sony and Microsoft may do next. This is going to make them step their game up if these smaller devices are coming out and packing such a punch. and it's going to make them do things even greater. So to me, the sky's the limit at this point. If your iPhone is playing Resident Evil 4 remake.
Now let me ask you this. Now, of course, me and K-Bum, some of this is retreading some conversation we had from last week, but you wasn't here, and I want your thoughts. Now, we've been hearing all this rumor mill for what's coming next with the Switch 2, and what NVIDIA's doing with whatever they're doing with AI and DLSS and all this type of stuff, and we kind of seeing this Apple device is kind of taking advantage of similar technology with how it's pulling off some of the visuals that it's pulling off. It's doing some of the things that will be happening with the next Nintendo system. So does this make you confident and buy into what is being said about what's coming next from Nintendo and NVIDIA?
I think so. I honestly, when you got a company like NVIDIA talking about graphics and new AI and technology and things of that nature, I lean to trust them more than AMD or even Intel for that matter. I kind of trust NVIDIA when they're doing things. So if the rumors have been saying that Nintendo's system is punching way higher than what you would expect, especially using DLSS 3.5, I guess is the latest one. I believe it, and just seeing the iPhone and hopefully the Switch Pro or 2 or whatever it's going to be called is a lot more powerful than the iPhone, since it's going to be a singular focused device and not a mobile device, a calendar and email, which is going to be a video game console. I believe it, and I'm looking at the NVIDIA webpage right now and seeing like they got a graphic down here for where is it at? I think they're running Cyberpunk. Where is it at? Oh, where'd that graphic go? Anyways, they're showing you how DLSS can, and there it is. The frames per second. If without it, this game is getting 20 frames per second. I guess at the highest settings. And then when they got DLSS 2 on, it's getting 63. DLSS 3 is 100 frames, and then DLSS 3.5 is getting 108 frames with all of these AI technologies and things like that. So it's a lot going on under the hood. And yeah, I'm a believer. I'm a believer in NVIDIA and of course I know Nintendo. They're just marvel with how they make their games. So I believe it.
Okay. K-Bum, you want to add anything that we didn't talk about last week? You got anything to add to the conversation? Same thing I'm asking Keith. I can bring it back your way.
So I would just add into the point. I know that Keith made a statement about not wanting to, plug this up and miss phone calls and so on. But I did. So I did have a use case, right, that I did want to give. So I went on the vacation with the family to a nice little house where 5-bedroom house where the whole family was there. I brought my PlayStation, my PS5 with me because I was going to get some gaming in. But I spent the majority of the time. I never even took the PlayStation out of the carry-on. Never even took it out. Never even made it out of the box to hook up to the TV and everything. But what I did game on was my phone, and it wasn't the newest one. It was an older one, but still, the majority of gaming that I did, if I wasn't hanging out with the family and talking to them and playing board games and Uno and stuff like that, and Taboo, it was gaming on my phone. It was a way easier experience than worrying about hooking up the TV. I didn't have my headset, so I couldn't, isolate the sound. The sound had been playing with the wife is there, and I just found that it was much, much, much easier. So I did the majority of my gaming all on my phone, and so I think there is a use case outside of it. I know that you kind of brought it up that it's usually on the go when you're moving in. So they're waiting for the doctor's office, but there are some, and I know Level has talked about it as well, that his Switch is kind of the main go-to when it comes to even traveling and going to a place and still looking to get some gaming in. That the Switch is usually the go-to for that. So I still think there's space, and the idea of way to play games isn't outside of your home always. But I still think there's application to this, and the fact that our phones are getting better to be able to do that. And because I have the new iPhone now, and I tell you the game that I played on my previous phone, I play now. It looks absolutely gorgeous on the new iPhone. It is
so you have the
butter smooth.
15.
You say what?
You have this current one?
Yes, I do have the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Oh, okay.
I do have that.
All
I have it right now. Using that right now to talk. But it is butter smooth when it comes to taking care of some of the games that my PC struggles to run. Like the Magic, the card game that I play. I have a i7 Ti. I think it's on a Ti 80. But it's i7 300. 3.2 gigahertz speed laptop. It's a Microsoft Surface Pro Book. It's a pretty powerful laptop for what it is, and it sometimes struggles to run the game at 60 frames per second. But my phone is able to be butter smooth with it, no hitches, no issues, no crashes, and it runs way better than the previous one that had hitches and glitches and crashes. So I don't know. I understand your point, but I think the market is moving, and I think we should also understand that and move with it. That's why the PS Portal. It's kind of sold out in
right.
Japan. I don't know if it's an American thing, but in Japan they're sold out. So
go ahead, Keith. You was going to say.
I just want to not rebuttal, like we debating or whatever. But I just want to. I just want to say what I'm meaning by that is like I'm not going to actually play through the entire game. Like I might take it out, show the fan like, oh man, because I did that with Madden on Stadia. I was showing my brother-in-law. I was like, man, look, you can play Madden, whichever one the last one that came out on Stadia, and we was playing it. And I was like, yeah, you can play it right here on this tab or whatever. And he was like, oh man, yada yada yada. So I'll do stuff like that, but I don't see I don't see myself actually just trying to play the whole game. I might pick it up. I got games on my phone now. I might pick something up and play around with it for a little bit, but I'm not actually finna try to get through some missions and stuff like that. I won't do it.
I'm gonna say, Keith, I would typically be in your corner if it hadn't been for the fact that now with traveling and going on vacations and going up to visit the in-laws and my girls getting into gaming and wanting that AAA experience that you get with the PlayStation 5 and 4 before it, and what I'm saying, my Switch is what it is. You get the Nintendo AAA, but you don't get those big grandiose experiences. But like K-Bomb said, when I traveled, the Switch just made more sense. It was less cumbersome. It was less. It was easy to pack and throw in the car and then take up space. I didn't have to worry about somebody kicking my bag too hard, as long as they, but with the PlayStation, man, it's bulky, it's heavy. I was always worrying about somebody stepping on it, kicking it too hard. Then you get it in there, you got to set it all up. It's all in the way. You can't hide it. You can't tuck it off. I just didn't feel comfortable. And it is still out like a sore thumb for 3-4 days of vacation or 2 weeks of vacation or a weekend at the in-laws. But the Switch always became a draw. And it was simple to set up, simple to break down, simple to throw back in the car, and we back down to the home. So looking at what they're able to do with the iPhone 15, for me, I'm gonna say what Nia said. Yeah, I could. This is what I think. If they let your phone calls come through, and you could Bluetooth up and still answer your phone, or at least know you're getting alerted, you could pause it and answer the phone, or like what the PlayStation 5 and Xbox do, you can talk to your friends, and all that on them. So I'm pretty sure they may be able to let you take that phone call and still play your game. So, bro, I'm looking at a situation where this may be the future this may be it. We may be seeing the introduction of a total shift in the video game market. I think we seen it with Nintendo and the Switch and Steam Deck and the other device that's out. Now you have iPhone doing their thing. Now you got Nvidia and AMD coming up with these new technologies that allow you to push systems that should not be able to produce well above its weight to produce visuals that match what the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and mid to low tier PCs can produce, which for most gamers, that's absolutely all you want. And looking at the fact that Microsoft, most of their 75% of their systems is the Xbox Series S, meaning people are happy with where we at. We already said we have met a plateau to where we're getting diminishing returns when it comes to the visuals and graphics and all that stuff. Visually, games the Switch looks good. It may not look great in comparison to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or even Xbox Series S. But the Switch is not a shabby experience for gaming. So if they bump up to Xbox Series S and let DLSS push it right below PlayStation 5, and the phone can do that, bro, we may be seeing the end of traditional, and I saw D2K kind of say that. I just read through that, so D2K, I'm borrowing something you said. We may be seeing the ends of the traditional experience in gaming. We may be, just like we looking at digital becoming the way, these big boxes under the TV may be going the way of the dodo.
Well, I've been trying to champion that with the Stadia.
I know you.
I was trying to push that a long time ago. Like, man, I ain't got no box under my TV. But you just brought up something, and I wanted.
And at any point, that company or whatever can decide, hey, I know you bought this. I know it's technically supposed to be yours, but it's really not. And so there's your $69.99 gone with their server. That's my fear. I know that may not be a realist. That may not be as serious as I may be painting it, but that is my fear. That's why I buy physical. But I do like the luxury of digital, not having to do anything but just push the game and play. But that's my concern. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to come kicking and screaming because that's where we're going. So, I mean, I want physical, but I'm going to embrace digital if that's what I got to embrace. Put it like that. I bought a lot of digital games from Sifu, Ninja Turtles, Kena Bridge of Spirits. A lot of the games that I bought recently, Metroid Prime remake on the Switch, like a good portion of the games that I purchased lately have been digital. But for those major titles,
don't forget the boxing game.
Oh yeah, real boxing, real boxing too. I can't bump you dirty. But anyway, most of them have been bought. And hey, K-Bump, the other game we bought, where the 2-player that we haven't finished, that you just gave up.
Did we buy it? Was it like free to download or something like that? I thought it was free.
It don't matter. We supposed to be playing it anyway. That was anyway. You missed that.
Okay.
But no. So I'm not opposed to digital, but I just fear that that's totally giving full control over to these suits. That scares me. Shout out to Tiger King. Welcome to the show. He says, I'm getting ready to turn in for the night, but everyone needs to play a scary game this month. I recommend Alien Isolation. I think it's safe enough for everyone to play. Outlast is great, but really.
Nope. I'm playing Alan Wake. I'm telling you right now, Alan Wake will be played in my household.
Go ahead, K-Bum. You was finna say something, though.
I ain't messing with them scary games. I'm cool on that. I'll go play Dead Space again. I'll do that. Freak myself out.
You was finna say something.
Or Callisto Protocol. There we go.
I'm not playing
that game's scary because it's trash.
Yeah. But go ahead, K-Bum. What was you finna say? You was finna say something.
Every game that I buy, so I am a lazy brother. The one thing I hate to do is the games I get from GameFly is to get out of my comfy, relaxing sofa that I've kicked up with my feet and to go to my PlayStation to change my game. That is the one thing I hate to do in all of gaming.
I've seen this in real time. I seen this. It is a sad sight too. Let me tell y'all, to see a dude who does not want to remove his buttocks from the cushion, trying to put a new game, and it ain't. But you weren't even. You was bending over, I'm like, dude, won't you just get on that?
I don't want to do. I don't want to do it. So every game I buy is digital. Every game that I purchase, except for the ones I get on sale. Right. Sometimes I get a game on sale. If it's on like Best Buy, it may be on sale for like $10. Like Cyberpunk, I bought through Best Buy. You know, when I bought Spider-Man, I bought it for $20 on an Asian website. So if I get some deals, I'll buy it physical if I can get a deal with it. But if I buy a game brand new, it's gonna be digital. I ain't getting no box. I ain't changing it. I got my GameFly games. I usually keep one game in, maybe two. I'll switch every now and then. But I usually keep that one GameFly game in, and then I play the digital games around it, so I don't have to keep getting up. So once I go for digital, I'll have to lose my GameFly, so that'll be a sad day. But I just have to take that money and spend it other places, I guess. That's kind of what's going to happen. But I'm kind of ready for it. Don't want to lose GameFly, but I'll make do what I got to do.
I just wanted to say that I understand you, K-Bum. We got the technology to switch games. Y'all remember back in the day, you got to go.
This changer.
That's fine.
I need a disc changer for my PlayStation.
I was about to comment to what Nia said. She said, I've been saying for years that council need disc changers like the old CD players. I would say that would be dope, but one thing that was a problem with those, they would end up malfunctioning faster than a single when they either get stuck or too much dirt and crud get in there and they don't want to switch. So, but I mean, hey, it's inevitable. We going down a road that we just gonna have. I'm looking at myself now. I buy less and less movies because I got Disney Plus and Netflix and Paramount and Prime Video and all the stuff, and I watch all the movies I want to watch. I didn't have to go buy Ninja Turtles. So we already doing it. We doing it with music. I can't even think of the last time I bought a CD.
CD?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they still make them because I use them, but still. I use them to record my messages at the church. But the thing is, we are doing in other mediums and entertainment, we're already doing what the gaming is going to. So I thought I would never want to do streaming and digitals, but I love turning on my movies anywhere and watching a movie. Don't have to pop a disc in. But I still buy the major ones I want. But I'm with you, man. I guess I'm not as scared of a digital world as I may paint when I'm talking about it. I'm not so opposed to it anymore. I do have a lot of digital titles. Movies are on streaming services in like 2 weeks these days. True. It has sped up things. You're right, D2K. So, keeping with the conversation, Keith wanted to talk about has CD Projekt Red with Phantom Liberty, have they redeemed themselves from the tragic fumble of 2019? Was it 2019?
No.
When did it come out?
Yeah, it was 19 because it was pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was either 2019 or 2020. I can't remember which year, but
I think it was like the winter going in 2019 before we hit COVID.
Okay.
So that's what I think it was.
So the question he posed, and I'm gonna let him kind of take over, was has CD Projekt Red redeemed themselves because the reviews for this game. I'm gonna tell you right now. When I saw Eva's Elva and that storyline and that whole introduction and saw the world, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get this first person shooting a try. You know what I'm saying? So it drew me in, and I seen Cyberpunk a whole lot, and it didn't draw me in like it drew me in. That made me want to play that. I guess Keith, I'll let you take the floor. It's kind of your question. Go ahead, you take the floor.
Yeah. I'll take the floor. Has CD Projekt Red redeemed themselves? That's the question. No. So everything that's been happening is like, I know me and K-Bon both love The Witcher, and I don't know if did you ever play The Witcher 2?
No, I didn't. It was Xbox and PC only, so I never got a chance to play it.
Okay. So I went back and I played The Witcher 2 before Witcher 3 came out, and I was like, this ain't bad. This isn't bad. It's not groundbreaking. And then The Witcher 3 came out and blew up the whole planet. And everybody from grandmas to newborn babies just gnawing on the controllers like, this is the greatest game. This is the greatest game of all time. So everybody was anticipating the next game, and we had got that trailer with the gun and the bullet hitting that girl in the eye, and I was like, I cannot wait to see what they're doing. And we saw what they were doing. It was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so amazing. We saw all these trailers, and then it came out, and it was like, no, not CD Projekt Red. No, not the Witcher creators. No, not creators, but makers. Oh, not them. The game was trash. PS4, Xbox One. It's Xbox One. Xbox One. It was unplayable. You had folks posing like unplayable. Thank you. You had folks doing the cross pose riding down the street.
Yep.
I played it on Stadia. And even though Stadia was one of the better versions, and I completed it on Stadia, I remember talking to what's the name's character, Keanu Reeves,
not V, Johnny Silverhand.
Johnny Silver. He was smoking a cigarette. He got up. He walked to the corner, and the cigarette was still there. I was like, what is going? It's like, what is going on? But they didn't give up on it. You got so many companies. If that was them, and that game came out in that condition, they would have completely gave up on that title. We got so many examples of that. What's that Anthem. One? EA Anthem. That's the one I was thinking about. And there's more. I can't think off top of my head.
There's plenty more, but yeah, Anthem was a major flop.
These games completely flopped, but CD Projekt Red stuck to their guns. They continued to patch the game. They basically had to get rid of the Xbox One and PS4 version, in which I thought they should have never even made. They
made it playable. It was that I forgot what the patch called. It was 1. something, and it was actually
9?
playable. Maybe 9, but they actually made the PS4 and Xbox One X version playable. It wasn't great, but it was playable.
So I got to give them their credit for sticking to their guns and getting that game out. But then they kept pushing because they believed in the product and the world that they were building. And now you see where we are. Patch 2.1 is out today. Not just 2.0. 2.1 is out. Everybody was talking about 2.0 and how it blew up the world or whatever. 2.1 came out today. And then we also had Phantom Liberty come out 2 weeks ago, I believe. And everybody is talking about how great, how wonderful this game is, and you just heard Level talking about Idris' performance in this game. So and then on top of that, they talking about a live action show. They got a Cyberpunk TV show on Netflix right now, and of course, they finna gear up and start working on Witcher 4. So with all of this happening, and they had their highs and they had a major low. Do y'all think CD Projekt Red has redeemed themselves like the redeemed team with Kobe Bryant, even though they had LeBron James the previous year? Go ahead.
Let me go first. I'm gonna say, have they redeemed themselves? I'm gonna say what they have done is they have course corrected. I'll give them that. They have won me over to want to play this title, but I'm still kind of scared that they can do this again with pressure and the suits wanting to get in want the game out. Like Witcher 4, they get to a place where they know it's not ready, but hey, we got to get it out now. We can see that same play being played as they did with this one and trying to fix it as they go. I don't think that'd be as egregious as they was with Cyberpunk, but I would say yes, they have gained respect back. So yeah, in a sense, yes. But once you do something like that, like Bethesda, you always hold in the back of your head they can do it again. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, I would say for the most part they have to an extent because of what you said, Keith. Because they could have just let this game fall through the cracks and say, hey, we had good intentions, we screwed it up. It is what it is. But they stuck with their guns. They believed in their creation, and they got it to where you are able to experience what they envisioned. So yes, I would say yes. But once you do something like that, that's etched in you. You don't forget what they did with the launch of Cyberpunk. So they can't clean all those stains off, but I think they did a good thorough washing. Put it like that. It's like when you play football. Some grass stains just don't come out. No matter how much you watch it. That one grass stain seems to linger. I think that's going to linger. But for the most part, they have cleaned their image up. I say that. K-Bum.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I got some folks that don't want to go to bed. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go check on mine, too. Go ahead, K-Bum.
Well, hold on, because I'm about to lay into you, Level.
Why
I
you
don't need
laying
you
into
to go
me?
away. I don't need you to go away. I need you to get this smoke.
No, I'm not going anywhere, but why am I getting smoked? I thought I said a
need
good
you to get this
thing.
smoke. Oh no, it ain't about what you just said. It's what you did done said.
What I did done said.
What you did done said.
So you finna go back in the past. Go ahead.
We about to take a journey, brother. Because I remember when we were going through this in the podcast, and I was talking about how Project Red would still believe in this game, and that for a company to spend all this time, not in new content, but in bug fixing, right? For a company, so I work in software, and I say it all the time. For a company to spend time in fixing bugs and software where you're not actively generating any additional income, you're just fixing what you already have out there. That is not what a development team wants to do. They don't want to spend time fixing something that they already, not in a development company, what a business wants to do, because you've already made your money on it. Why spend all this time just fixing things, not even creating new things? But as Keith said, they believe in that project. But I remember having the conversation on the podcast, and you told me K-Bomb is dead. Leave it alone. They can't save it. They done did what they did. K-Bomb is dead. Stop trying to post and talk about CD Projekt Red. I know you like them, K-Bomb, but they're terrible. Did you see the game? Did you see the scores? It's selling for $10. K-Bomb, let it go, K-Bomb. This is horrendous.
And
And I
six
kept
years
saying,
later, 6 years
and I
later.
kept saying, bro, you have to understand that there's that the organization, the company is spending money and spending developers' time, which is money, on just bug fixes. It's because they believe they can save what they created. And yes, they made a blunder. Yes, they made mistakes. Yes, this was probably one of the worst releases that we have ever seen. But they didn't do what other developers do. They didn't just still release DLC without spending all this time and effort to fix the game, all this time and effort to get it playable, all this time to give people refunds, all this time to make sure they did right by people, because they did absolutely horrendously wrong at the beginning. And so I remember those conversations, and I kept that in my Rolodex for this moment right here.
You didn't
That
know.
they have
Wait a minute.
finally.
Okay, I've had enough. I've took enough of your onslaught. I have heard enough. Let's
This is the
dredge.
moment.
Let's go back to the swamp of experience that was Cyberpunk back in the day.
Oh,
Now,
I can.
I give you this.
No one was more hurt about Cyberpunk.
Let me see.
I
I know.
than me.
All right, let me send this shout out real quick. Shout out to Chariot Man Game and welcome to the show, bro. All right, so Neil, don't laugh out loud, K-Bum. D2K, no problems. He right. He is right. I told him, but I was concerned for him and his desire for this game to be what Cyberpunk said it was going to be, and I did not believe they was going to do it. Now, so I take my blows. I turn the other cheek. You right, right? But what they did to get them over the hump was basically create another story, and almost like they re-released it. And
Yes.
that to me, Eva's Elba's and Liberty.
It is close to being a new game, Keith.
Right.
They did the same thing for The Witcher, Keith. Remember when they had their little 2.0 for the UI? They changed the UI. They changed so this isn't new to them, right? They've done this before. When The Witcher, they actually changed the UI and they changed the skill tree. Keith, remember they made a big change and changed the skill tree with The Witcher. So this isn't brand new. This is kind of up their alley.
Right.
But I was just trying to point out that even without Phantom Liberty, that they had already made their improvements.
That's where I'm about to go. So what I'm saying is, and like I said, right, K-Bum is right. So I'm not going to argue against nothing K-Bum said. But if you take Phantom Liberty away, Cyberpunk, with all the fixes, was still technically a game that people have moved on from. It's Phantom Liberty that's rekindling the desire to look at this game again. So
it is
for
Phantom Liberty.
Me,
hold on. I do want to say this piece. It is Phantom Liberty with all the improvements
that
got this game to hit because. I do believe Phantom Liberty is the driving force because the amount of concurrent people on Steam playing this game hit its highest threshold when Phantom Liberty came out. Then it hadn't hit these numbers since launch.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
It wasn't just the improvement that did it. But I'm also saying it's not just Phantom Liberty.
No. Let me be clarity.
Okay.
Let me clarify. Okay. I'm not saying the fixes doesn't play a part. I'm only saying that Phantom Liberty is drawing people back to take advantage of the fixes because it's really showing, man. Like I said, for me, it's almost like a new game. Like my point is, I told you, I don't want to go back and play Cyberpunk, but I do want to play Phantom Liberty. So when Keith said, I asked y'all 2 podcasts ago, I said, can you play Phantom Liberty without having to play the whole game of Cyberpunk? And Keith said, yes. You don't have, or you may have said it, K-Bump.
That's a true statement. It's a true statement.
Yeah,
you can play Phantom Liberty without playing Cyberpunk. And that's
to get to, but yes, that is true.
Right, so that's what intrigued me because I want to play Phantom Liberty. It is all so I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm conceding. Everyone, I am conceding. K-Bump, let me give myself a slap yourself. Level head. My sentiments proved to be wrong 4-5 years later. You know what I'm saying? But wrong anyhow. K-Bump was right. He held out hope. Him and Keith gave the game a try. I was clowning the game and Cyberpunk, and I have to eat my words. Everything K-Bump said they was doing, they did. and they deserve their kudos. Cyberpunk, salute for doing what most developers would not have done, fixing your game and not charging people for your fixes, and then giving them a better experience and a new story to enjoy with it. So I salute y'all on tonight. The floor is yours, Keith and K-Bum.
Hey, can Nia, Charity man, D2K, somebody clip this? Is that possible? Can somebody just go ahead and clip this, because I need to save this moment right here.
I have admitted to being wrong several times on this cast. I have admitted to being wrong. Don't do me like that, K-Bum.
No, not that you haven't. In the manner that you have. And I'm like, he just baked me a cake.
Look, I am as a gamer, and just where they were and what happened. And it goes back to what Keith said. Did they redeem themselves? And that's why I say yes. They still have a grass stain, because you can't wash away 2019. You can't wash away them putting it on the back of Sony and Microsoft. You can't wash their attitude out front away, but to fix their reputation, they went the extra mile, the extra mile to repair their reputation, and they gave us something that's, to me, groundbreaking, and it does live up visually. This looks like
it looks better than anything else that's out there right now.
Right. So from that angle, like I said, they got my intrigue with this one, and I'm like, man, I didn't have no desire to play Cyberpunk, Keanu Reeves, whatever, but for whatever reason, What'd you say?
I said they fixed his model too.
Right. So for whatever reason, I don't know, Phantom Liberty just, I don't know. The story and how it started just brought me in. It felt like something I would want to experience. Cyberpunk didn't do that for me, but Phantom Liberty is. And I guess
thanks, DJ Fanatic. Appreciate it. Duly noted. Appreciate it.
DJ Fanatic, don't do your boy like that. Don't give K-Bum no clip. But anyway, so any final words on this, Keith, or we can move on to our final topic.
Man, I do want to say that the fact that you're intrigued with this, that's just a testament to CD Projekt Red when they do their expansions. Because Blood and Wine, I don't know if K-Bum, you never played Blood and Wine, but
I tried, brother. I tried.
Blood and Wine was chef's kiss. That Blood and Wine was amazing because you had to fight vampires.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing. Like to me, I could have played Blood and Wine by itself. Whatever, even having to experience The Witcher. But of course, I'm glad I got the whole total package. But I'm here for it, man. I hope that whenever you see that name, CD Projekt Red or CDPR, however you see it, associate them with quality. Even though they have their blunders, they have their missteps, and they are capable of that. But I think moving forward, especially the suits as you brought up, I think they know what this team or this studio is capable of, and I don't think they're going to put that type of pressure on them. Let them do what they do.
Let them do what they do. I agree with that.
Okay, so with that being said, there's one last topic we want to get on, and you know, right now, there's two games coming out this month that I plan on getting. One is Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and the other is Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5. Now, there's been a lot of leak content and gameplay with spoilers. And today, Keith was like, spoilers, warning, spoilers, Spider-Man 2, spoilers. And I was like, where? He's like, on Twitter, make sure, you're watching out so you don't get spoiled. So the topic we want to have, and this is another good one from Keith, so I want to take credit, was how affected by spoilers are we? Does it ruin the game for you? And I guess each of us, if we have any stories we could tell of how a spoiler ruined the game for us, or maybe altered our experience to a degree, you can share that as well. So I guess the first question is, does spoilers, and you can share this in the comment section as well, do spoilers actually ruin the game for you? So if you're anticipating the game like Spider-Man and you see something in the game that you wouldn't have found out until you played it, and you see it early, like a death or a plot line or a character reveal that wasn't revealed to midway through, does that spoil or ruin the game for you? I'm seeing some oh yes, that's what DJ Fanatic. I'm gonna say yes. And at first, but it depends though. It depends on my investment in said game. If I'm invested in the game, spoilers can ruin it for me. If I'm not really invested in it, I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it, a spoiler may not hurt me that much because I'm not as invested. I would say one game that spoilers ruined for me was Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I had seen where the Master Sword was before I meant to see it. I saw where you had to get it. So when Keith would come on here and share his where he was, because Keith was a little bit farther than I was, because Keith is a beast. He plays at his job and everywhere. I don't get to do that. I don't get to play at the job and at home, sitting down, working and eating nachos and drinking Mountain Dews and playing Switch. So I ain't get to do.
Wow.
My bad, Keith.
Wow.
I guess that's K-Bub, because I seen K-Bub doing this literally. It may not be a Mountain Dew, but that's what he doing. He got his puffs and his soda and his earphones, and he working. It's all PlayStation 5. But anyway, I don't get a chance to do that. So, but when Keith would come on and talk about his experience and him finding out where you got to go, and he said, I remember this distinctly, Keith, you said, man, Level, where you at? I was like, I'm at so-and-so and so-and-so. He's like, bro, I found out what a Master Sword is. I was like, oh, yeah, I had to pretend like I didn't know, because I did. He's like, bro, when you get there, you're gonna realize you ain't going to be able to get up there. And I was like, yeah. I said, and I told him, I said, well, I already know, because I accidentally seen it. And that ruined everything, even down to the twist and the reveal, which the game kind of tells you what's going to happen. If you really reading, you already know when that happens to a particular character, that character is going to be able to come back. And I just leave it at that. That was all ruined for me. And it left a dud in my experience. I didn't feel as fulfilled when I beat Ganondorf. I didn't feel it like Keith felt it. Keith was like, it was emotional. It was this. And I'm like, I already know what's finna happen. I already know what's finna happen with Princess Zelda. I know what's finna happen with Link. I know the storyline. I'm just trying to beat Ganon. That's the only thing I can draw inspiration from, is beating Ganon, because I know everything that's going to happen in the storyline. So yes, for me, it does ruin it. It does. And I'm trying to avoid, like for Spider-Man and Mario Wonder and whatever else, I'm trying to avoid all spoilers, because I didn't think it would bother me as much at first until that happened. And once them two things happened, I was just playing to play at that point. And it was still fun, but it wasn't as exciting, because I already knew what was going to happen. Go ahead, whoever want to go.
Yeah, I'll just try to go real quickly. In my mind, it's a silly question. Obviously, spoilers are going to dampen your experience, but there are some experiences that are just so good that you have to experience it. You have to go through it. You may know what's going to happen on the other end of that tunnel, but it's like, I got to do it myself, though. And for me, like specifically talking about Spider-Man, I'm not as invested in the story. Like I told y'all earlier, I'm just now getting through the original game. I did beat Miles Morales, right? So if I was to happen to run across a spoiler on Spider-Man 2, it wouldn't bother me as much, because that's a game that I really still want to play. Like I really want to feel the swinging and doing the Venom suit. Like I want to do that for myself. Now I know that's not the whole entirety of the game, but if you're more invested, and I'm pretty sure K-Bone is going to speak to this, but if you're more invested in that story, then obviously you want to avoid that. But I don't understand why people will want to spoil, number one, and two, why are you even on the internet like that? It's not a safe place to be.
Some men want to watch the world burn.
Right. It is not safe because I remember I think it was The Last of Us 2. I knew I was going to play that though, and they were talking about something that happened with one of the main characters from the first game, and I'm still going to be quiet on it because I know some people still haven't played it, but
yeah.
It didn't bother me as much because I know there was so much more story to develop, and then they brought in the Abby character, and you're like, oh, what is going on? So you got invested in other ways other than that one particular spoiler that I don't think they should have did it that way, but who knows?
Can I add to what you just said? Because that's another one that I was spoiled on. Was that plot piece in Last of Us 2. But I'm going to say this. Even though I knew what was going to happen to this particular character, and this was actually by pure accident because the outrage was so big, they was complaining so hard, you really couldn't avoid it because they literally was in everywhere you went. They said anything about it. They said they screamed that reality out. But it was actually, like you said, Keith, it was actually experiencing it. Just knowing what was going to happen wasn't enough. It was seeing that act and played out in the game. It was like, wow. Even though I knew what was going to take place, you didn't know when and where it was going to take place. But when it took place, I still felt fulfilled when I saw it, even though I knew what was going to happen. So
because there was more to it. There was a build up to it. There was
it was a build up to it. Yeah,
before you got there.
Whereas with Tears of the Kingdom, even though you had to do everything you had to do, it's different because you seeing and you know who that is. You see what I'm saying? I already know if I didn't know who that was, and then I found out who that was when you supposed to find out, that would have been beautiful. But the fact that I knew who it was that whole time, when it's revealed who it is, it was like, yeah, I know already. So, but with that character and that happening, that was different. You had to see that. Knowing about it is cool, but seeing it and seeing what was done, that's what made that scene so powerful. And it didn't ruin it. Even though it should have, it didn't. I still left like floored. I got up like, they just did that too much. They did that to this person. What the world? Like, even though I knew it was gonna happen, I was still floored, and my heart stopped. Like I had to pause. Like, this is too much, bro. This game is too much. It's too much. It's too real. And it was heavy,
I will say this before, because I know K-Bone's ready. Just real quick. With Zelda, the one difference that I will say is that with Zelda, you have to discover things. So when you take away that sense of discovery, like you can tell the story, but if you take away that sense of discovery, you don't know where the Master Sword is, and then somebody show you, and you're like, dang, I kind of wanted to find it organically.
Right.
I wanted to find it on my own. So you took that away from me. It's not, because Zelda is, even though it had a good story this time around, I think it had a fantastic story, it wasn't The Last of Us level of writing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't even close. So they took away your sense of discovery. So that's why it kind of felt like, you took something from me. That was mine, because this game is about exploring this world and figuring things out and talking to people to make your own story. You know, that's kind of how Nintendo crafted it. But with this linear The Last of Us, it's different because although you heard the story, you didn't know that you was going to have to do all this stuff up to it. And like you said, you didn't know when it was coming.
Right.
So,
And it didn't affect the story. It didn't affect your gameplay, but and like you said, Zelda does have a sense of discovery that if you rob me of that, that's a part of the game. Whereas Last of Us, the storyline doesn't change the game. You know what I'm saying? The gameplay.
right.
But go ahead, K-Bum. I know you itching to get up in here and we wrap it up on you.
So everyone knows. If you don't know, now you know. I am a story-driven player, which means if it's not a sports game, I am probably playing the game because of the story. There's not too many games that I play just because. There are some. Overwatch is a just because game, but I do love watching the cinematics. Even when I play Tekken, I will watch every cinematic in Tekken. I would beat the game with every character so I can see how the story ends. I'm that type of guy. I'm a story-driven gamer. I love story, and I love playing games with stories. So if you rob me of my story, I am not a happy person. Because that to me that is that journey is what I enjoy about games, right? That the world unraveling before me, discovering things, or learning things, or experiencing what the character experiences in the story is what I enjoy. And if you rob me of that, and I kind of know how it ends, it's kind of just like it's a dud, like a firecracker that doesn't pop, right? And that's or a firecracker that you light up and just nothing happens. That's how I feel inside when I'm robbed from a story element. I'll tell you, even something simple, which I'll call it a spoiler, and I'll say what it is because I don't think it's that really a spoiler. But there was a part in God of War, and very early on in God of War, when you're fighting Thor, and the scene ends as if you died, and then you pop back up.
I know what you're
Right?
talking about. Yeah.
That was spoiled to me, and I was mad when I saw it. I had no like. I wanted to react to that. I wanted to look at my screen like, what? I'm dead, and then have it rewind on me. Like I wanted to experience that. Even that small piece that I happened to see on Twitter when I was scrolling through robbed me of that, and I was upset at that. That's not even a major plot thing. So no, I am not a happy camper if something, especially something as big as an ending, is taken from me and robbed, and that experience it just has it's taken away from me. I'm not a happy person, so I go to extreme because the majority of the reason why I'm playing a game most of the time is because I want to experience the story, right? Not just see it, but experience it.
Right. Now I'm gonna say for me, with like God of War, Ragnarok, there were some aspects that I was spoiled on, but I don't know why. It did not bother me, and I was heavily invested in Ragnarok, but it did not bother me as much as spoilers in Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't think I was any less invested in Ragnarok as I was with Tears of the Kingdom. I think it is, like you said, D2K, case by case, depending on the individual. I think because of the sense of discovery, it took away from that. I didn't discover that, and it's like a cheat code. I knew where to go, and I ain't had to figure it out. Whereas what you said, K-Bum, in God of War, Ragnarok, was just a cutscene, and you got to see, he ain't gonna actually die there. And yeah, it was jacked up. I think I saw that early too, where he woke him back up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think I saw that early as well, and it was dope when I saw it early, and it was dope when I saw it play out when I was actually playing the game. But I think what ruined it for me with Zelda was I knew what to do at that point, and it feels like it makes it cheap, cause I would have had to run around trying to find out where the Master Sword is, where the princess is, what this is, what that is, why these dragons up here. All that was ruined for me because that's part of the storytelling of Zelda is, like Keith said, discovering it and finding out, because you got to go find out these things and know where to go next to get this, to get that, to awaken that. Whereas in God of War, it's a cutscene and a story piece. It really doesn't affect anything you looking for or trying to find. So, but I wasn't as bothered by it, but I'm with you. The same thing with Last of Us, with that scene. When I found out what was going to happen to a particular character, I was like, dang, man. But when I seen it, I was like, I still felt like, my God, this is dope. So the same thing with Kratos when Thor took his hammer and said, no, we're going back up. I lost my mind again. I was like, this is retarded good. So I don't know. It is case by case. But if I got to discover something, you giving me something that takes away me using my own intellect to figure out, that's when it ruins it. When my intellect is robbed of having to sit there and try to find out what it is for myself. And if I get too stumped, I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't staying stumped forever. I am going to YouTube. Like on, what was it? I was ready to get Ragnarok done. I was so ready to get done with Ragnarok that YouTube became, if I got stuck too long, YouTube, what I got to go to get this, whatever he's telling me to get, and which path I got to take to find the right path, awaken whatever I got to wait. It got to that point with Ragnarok. Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom, I think I used YouTube one time. It was because I got lost on the map, and I didn't know what I needed to do to get this particular food. It was a side quest. And because I knew the end story, I knew all this stuff, I felt like, okay, I need to get the most out of this game. So I'm going to play a lot of this side quest stuff because I already know where the story going. So that's what I would say. Go ahead, anybody else?
I'm personally offended if you spoil something for me.
No, I'm with you. You are, like you said.
I actually stopped watching. For movies, I stopped watching trailers. I stopped watching breakdowns after a certain point because I don't want something spoiled. I want to find out on my own or experience it on my own. So actually, for certain movies I want to watch, I actually go 0 dark 30 and just don't look at any content. Even like the Marvels, even though I'm not really that excited about it, I just stopped watching stuff about it. Stop watching all the trailers because I just want to experience it and not have someone kind of, figure it out for me.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like I said, a story element being spoiled, it will affect me. But if you rob me of finding out, like, it's a part of the gameplay and I got to go here and go there and touch this, touch that, and turn that, and that hits harder than a cutscene story element, and I knew about it before I seen it. I can still enjoy the game and the movie, or whatever. But like a game like Zelda, where, like, for instance, where the Master Sword is a major plot of the game, and figuring out how to find it, and having to talk to this person, that person, got to go to the Lost Forest, and in Tears of the Kingdom, it was a whole nother way you had to get there. If you would have told me that before I got there, that would have ruined that, because that's a part of the gameplay. Whereas, but I'm with you though, K-Bum. I'm with you. So I'm reading some of these comments. Go ahead, Keith.
I was gonna say, imagine running around for 2 hours lost, right? And then you find it, but not necessarily lost. Let me rephrase that. You're running around for 2 hours trying to get a mission done. Like, I still haven't done that mayor thing in Zelda. So I don't even know how to complete the whole thing.
That was that was a YouTube moment. I had all the pieces except for one piece, and I was like, bro, I talked to everybody in this village, and this I don't know where to go. YouTube, where I got to go. Oh, it was right under my nose. I was like, okay.
But imagine you didn't want to go to YouTube and you really wanted to find out, and somebody spoiled it for you. That would hurt, because you've been running around trying to do all this.
Right, right.
Hey, man.
Right.
I don't know. So
yeah. So, but anyway, any other thoughts on this, or we can wrap it up for tonight? I guess we wrapping it up. So,
I think we're good.
So that was the show for tonight, y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna read some of these comments. D2K says sometimes a movie might just be all right, but the surprise is make it into a really good movie. Such is the case with Transformers. ROTB.
Rise of the Beast.
Rise of the Beast. Okay, it was straight. But the Easter egg at the end, woo, oh, deep. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. Because I knew I couldn't talk about Ninja Turtles and this and that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, D2K, that made the movie, that redeemed the movie for me. Because Optimus Prime was getting on my nerves. And I never in my wildest dreams thought I would say, Optimus Prime is ruining this movie for me. Bumblebee was a beast. The storyline was dope. The villain was dope. The graphics was dope. But Optimus Prime was just too emotional for me. But that last revelation, that end revelation, and that I jumped out my seat on that part. So I'm with you on that, D2K. But I want to send a shout out to everybody that was here, starting with D2K. Also, her first name basis and video game her. We had Tiger King in here. We also had DJ Fanatic, Chariot Man Gaming. Who else was in here? There's a few other more people up in here. And all those that tuned in on tonight, we thank y'all for tuning in, keeping us company in the comment section. I'm going to let these dudes signs out. Starting with Mr. Norris. Go ahead, bro.
A lot of S's you put on them.
I know.
Words. There was one game I missed in the opening. I was just it's grand open to Grand Coast because I uploaded and deleted the same day.
Grand opening.
Arkham Knight. Woo! Don't ever in your life. That was some hot garbage,
bro. That is the only Batman game I haven't finished, bro. No, you talking the new one? Oh no, with the Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Warner Brothers, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for putting that game.
That's the one they haven't fixed. That's the game that hasn't been fixed.
Man. Anyways, but yeah, it's been a great show. We got a chance to talk about. I got a chance to catch up. Got a chance to tell y'all about my PlayStation controller experience and how I didn't really tell you how I liked it. It's actually pretty good. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's a good controller. That's a good controller.
This is definitely better than the PlayStation 4 controller.
Absolutely, that trash controller. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, it was a great show tonight, man. I love chopping it up with you guys. I love chopping it up with the chat. And I can't wait to see what happens next week in the land of video games. And movies, probably.
K-Bomb, PlayStation 4 controller was garbage. Cheap garbage. Go ahead, K-Bomb.
You see how he lit that turd on fire and that doorstep and then ran away.
You know I'm not lying. You know, Keith, I'm not lying, man.
You see that? Anyway, I had fun on the podcast today. I appreciate the chat for keeping it lit as always, and also appreciate that large slice of humble pie that love band. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was very, very good. But no, man, it was good to have Keith back. Keith being awoken from his sleep. I appreciate you coming out of hibernation and joining with us on the podcast. And overall, I had a good time, man. Enjoy myself.
All right, let me ask you this. We're about to get out of here. Are you getting both Wonder and Spider-Man, or just one of the two? Keith, you getting both or just one of the two?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I might even hold off on Wonder for a minute.
Okay.
I saw the gameplay I showed y'all. I was like, I don't really want to play that. I'm gonna play it, but I was like, I really don't want to play that right now.
I got
you. So it might be an Alan Wake type of month for me.
You getting Spider-Man 2 though, right?
I don't have a PS5.
Oh, that's right. So Oh man, Nia said, "Wow, you're not gonna get Spider-Man." Anyway, K-Bum, you getting both? You gonna get Spider-Man for the 5 and Wonder for your Switch?
You can't even ask that with a straight face.
Hey man, I thought Wonder may have done what Cyberpunk Liberty, Phantom Liberty did for me. I thought it may have intrigued you with the Wonder.
The only platformer that intrigued me, I already told you, was the Rayman Legend game. And I played it on my PlayStation. And I said I don't want to play it anymore. I gave up.
Well, I'm definitely
on the Switch was more fun than what I played on the PlayStation. I will say that.
Well, I'm definitely getting Spider-Man, and I'm most likely gonna get Wonder too. So, because I haven't been playing much, I need something to get me back into the gaming world. But anyway, that was the show for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in, and always.
But we got smashed, bro.
We got smashed, bro. See you next week, same time, same place, right here on the Live and Level Gamers podcast. We are out. Stay safe and blessed, so we can hear you and see you next week. Till then.
D2K play.
What'd you say?
Play Wonder. D2K play Wonder.
D2K, you play Wonder, and you just now said it. We'll talk to you next week. Go ahead. Anyway, we out this piece, deuces.
But we got smashed, bro. But we got smashed, bro. But we got smashed, bro.
Peace.